This week at the United Nations, escalating casualties in Ukraine amid the specter of war crimes, and the U.S. adds its voice to the international outcry regarding human rights atrocities in the Ukraine conflict, plus a shocking report from the World Health Organization saying young adults are in danger of losing their hearing. In Geneva, the UN Human Rights Council issued an alarming report on the Ukraine conflict, not only on the enormous number of casualties, but also raising the possibility of war crimes.
The human rights situation in Ukraine remains grave. The most recent challenges include a series of terrorist attacks in Kharkiv and Odessa. There are fears of the resumption of hostilities and concerns of a military campaign on Mariupol. The deliberate targeting of civilian areas may constitute a war crime, and if widespread and systematic, crime against humanity.
Also attending the UN's Human Rights Council was U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. Using strong language, he reaffirmed the atrocities in Ukraine, placing the blame squarely at the feet of the Russian-backed separatists.
Look at the facts. Do not allow yourselves to be misled. In Crimea and in the separatist control areas of eastern Ukraine, men, women, and children are being killed. They're being tortured. They're being raped and sexually assaulted, detained arbitrarily, abducted for ransom, forced into labor, prosecuted and persecuted because of who they are and where they worship. And that is what is happening. And it's up to the HRC to shed light on it and to help to hold accountable those who violate those human rights.
And parents aren't the only ones worried about their teenagers' phone use. The World Health Organization warns that audio devices are creating sound levels so damaging it could lead to hearing loss.
1.1 billion young people today are putting themselves at risk by listening to music too loud, either on their personal audio devices or in bars, discos, sports venues, etc. Down the line, they risk serious damage to their hearing. We know right now that 40% of the 12 to 35-year-olds are listening to music too loud in those venues, and 50% are listening to music too loud on their personal audio devices.
And that's this week's UN Digest. I'm Frank Ucciardo, Arise News.